Alright guys, this is your boy Tacho here, and we're playing Hunter x Hunter Battle All-Stars, and what we're going to do today is we're just going to talk about the new second ability system a little more in depth than I did in my update video, because once you pass an ability onto a character, there's no going back. There's no way to remove the ability or change it in any way, so you're going to want to make sure that you get it right on the first try, and you're also going to want to make sure that you plan out all your skill setups beforehand so you know exactly which skills to get and which characters to sacrifice. So I'm just going to show you guys one example of a really decked out character with the system, and that is my friend Mihoku over here. He's got a really badass Sniper Meruem. So take a look at the abilities that he's given to this Sniper Meruem. First of all, you're all going to notice that he has ranged attack, which is gonna let this Meruem attack all the opponents in range of him, and that's a really broken ability. That's gonna make him be able to loop his skills so much faster if he's attacking like a wizard. And he's also given him no parameter down and no push. Really good abilities there because they're gonna make him immune to some status effects, and Meruem did not have access to either of those skills before on his main setup. So really nice additions to his skill set there. Of course, no parameter down is pretty much a must-have on all units because some of the tougher missions in the game are going to involve the opponents trying to drop your attack and defense to 0 and lower your attack speed and your range to such abysmal levels that you're going to have a really hard time attacking them. And also, of course, no push is a must-have as well because some of the maps have puddles on them, and when your units end up getting pushed into the puddles, what's going to happen is they're going to lose all their skill points, and that's no good. You don't want that to happen. So by having no push, you're not going to get knocked around, and it's going to help your units stay in the game and not get into a bad position. Another really interesting ability this guy has here is Stun Duration Up level 5, which is going to allow this Meruem to stun his opponents for 10 extra seconds. That's wild, man. That's ridiculous. Because, I mean, there are some characters out there that can stun for like 5 to 6 seconds with their skill, but when you have this ability here, your character is going to stun the opponents for such a long time that it's going to be even more than with a skill attack, and on top of that, your character is going to be stunning them only with a basic attack. So that's really broken, and this guy had to sacrifice a tanker razor to get that ability, which is a little questionable. I don't know if I would have done the same thing, because there's a really good guy that you can actually sacrifice to get the same effect pretty much. Let's see if I can find him. Alright, here he is. Tanker Goto. This guy, he has Stun Duration Up level 4, which is going to stun the enemies for 8 extra seconds. Not as much as the one that Razor has because it's 2 seconds less, but when you consider the fact that this Goto is a common card and he's really easy to summon on the banners, that makes it more worthwhile to sacrifice him rather than sacrifice a tanker Razor. So I would highly recommend sacrificing this guy to a Meruem or any character that wants to stun for extra seconds and keep the opponents locked down for that much longer. So let's go back to this Meruem, and also he's given him SP4 here, which is going to let him start the fight with his skill built up right away. Really nice skill to have, and it's just going to let him start the battle with 5 times damage and plus 1000 defense. Really badass skill there, man. This Meruem is freaking ridiculous. I'm going to actually showcase him right now. I'm just going to show you guys how easy it is to eradicate these missions with some of the badass second ability characters that you can make. So we're going to take on this Jing mission, and I'm going to cut the commentary, and I'm just going to play the map and show you guys. So keep an eye out on how broken this Meruem is, and enjoy. So yeah, guys, as you just saw, that shit was bananas. Did you see how fast I was looping that Meruem and how fast his attack got up to max damage? It's ridiculous, yo. It's completely insane how broken some units can get when you use the second ability system. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna show some of the good characters to sacrifice to this system and some of the skills you're definitely gonna want to get. So let's actually start with Fighter Kaluto over here. This Kaluto has access to a ranged attack, which is gonna let any character attack like a wizard, so they're gonna hit all the opponents in range. Really good ability, and this is definitely one that you're gonna want to sacrifice, because this Kaluto isn't really too usable outside of that ability there, so you're going to want to sacrifice this Kaluto to some of your really good attack buffers like Sniper Meruem and Swing Hisoka. So let's talk about some other really good sacrifices. As far as common cards go, you're definitely going to want to sacrifice the common cards, guys, because they're so easy to summon on the banners and it's really easy to max them out. Like Lord Neon over here, she has access to SP4 and SP bonus, and she's also not that very good of a unit, so feel free to sacrifice her to give some really good skills to some of your other characters. Also, let's talk about this guy, if I can find him. Where is Pariston? Alright, here he is. This guy, if you take a look at his abilities, he doesn't have access to a single immunity to status effects, which is a big deal actually. So with the second ability system, you can start giving him some good abilities like all immunities and no stun and no push and no parameter down, and because he has all of these killer abilities and all of these guard abilities, he's going to be powerful against every single type. Like look at this one here. This is going to give him 10 times damage if he's fighting a wizard. That's bonkers, man. That's ridiculous. So all he really needed was some immunities to status effects, and you can finally give him that with the second ability system. So that's really cool. And also, he's not a bad sacrifice either, because he has all those killer abilities, and these are really good abilities to pass to your characters, guys. I would watch out for those. Some good common cards that have access to that are Wizard Castro and also Wizard Satots, who I used in the video. They have these killer abilities there. Not as potent as the ones that Pariston has, but still not bad considering that they're common cards and they're easy to get. Other good abilities are Map Heal. If your character does not have this one, they're not going to recover HP after you beat a map. So this is a really good ability to have on your characters as well. And a more unique ability actually is this one here. This is Support All, so no matter what's wrong with your character, even if they're dead or stunned or paralyzed, they will always be giving their support skill to their character. So this is a really good one as well, but it's also a really hard one to get, and it's only available on rare characters. So not the easiest one in the world to get, but a really good one if you decide to pass that along. So those are just some examples of some of the skills you might want on your characters, and unfortunately it doesn't look like W characters can get second abilities. So that's a real letdown actually, because this card used to be so awesome, but now it's pretty much worthless when you can just have a Sniper Meruem do the exact same thing, and instead of being a W card, he's just a single unit. So that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little extended talk about the second ability system and how you can really make the most of it and get the best abilities on your characters. If you're unsure about what skills you want to pass to some of your characters, then feel free to let me know in the comment section of this video, or go ahead and post on the subreddit that I always link in my description for my videos, and we'll be really happy to help you out there and help you get the right skills on your characters so you don't make a mistake. So anyway, this is your boy Tacho signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and as always, cheers, have a great day, and I hope to see you again soon.